one of season 8 of the Boostly podcast. Today I invited back Simon. He's going to share some really interesting stats on how many people on the island have actually had the coronavirus. But most importantly, I wanted to pick his brains on how he thinks the government is dealing with it, how he thinks other governments are dealing with it. But most importantly, about exit strategies, tactics, tips, what he's been saying to his members. That's all I ask. Without further ado, let's listen to Simon Soar. This is part 2 of our interview, 1 month on from when we last spoke. Please make sure you watch, listen, but most importantly, implement on the advice that we...
So as Mark said, my name's Simon Soar. I'm the Chief Executive for the Jersey Hospitality Association. I represent in excess of 200 local businesses, in excess of 250 venues within those businesses, somewhere around about 5,000 to 6,000 members of staff. I've been working a lot more people coming back having had it than we think or would have thought.
That's something that I've heard a lot of people say, that we assume that people in the UK have had it since the end of February. So how would you personally say that the way that the Jersey government has dealt with all of it, has overall dealt with coronavirus and COVID-19?
I've got to be quite careful here because I'm dealing with them on a fairly regular basis, daily basis at the moment. I've said this to them. I think the communication, both internally and externally, hasn't been up to the standard we needed. However, we've got one minister in particular who's been working very, very hard trying to provide as much as he can for us. We have in place now.
What I've noticed is that there's a lot of petitions going out there from so many different type of industries and people. They're writing to their local MPs. They're sort of starting up petitions to try and take through to help X, Y, or Z. From what you've seen on the island of Jersey, has this happened? Has people been doing petitions writing to MPs? And does that actually make a difference in a time like this?
Everything is different because every business is built differently. You know, we aren't an island filled with chains. We are a lot of independent businesses here.
As always on these podcasts, I like to finish on a little quick fire question. If you could be isolated or locked down, quarantined with one celebrity, who would it be? What is the one thing that you've missed since being in lockdown? So what is the one thing that you've just missed being able to do?
I was actually thinking about this a lot the other day, and you could say, is it going to the pub? But with a 3-year-old, getting to the pub doesn't happen as much as you'd like. Is it going out for a meal in the restaurant? Yeah, we like that, but we cook at home quite a lot.
So yeah, having that, definitely missing that. So in the last 12 months, if there's something that stands out under £100, what has been your best purchase?
Above £100, because I've got something which I don't normally spend money very often. The Mrs. holds the purse strings, etc.
Let's do it. Go for it.
My coffee machine broke after 7 years. It was about 220, 230, I think. We picked it up for. It's the best thing. I got a replacement for it.
Do you have a favorite podcast or YouTube channel? The one that you just got in your earbuds, or the one you like to just tune in on? Have you got a particular favorite?
I'm not a massive podcast. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. In particular, if I'm going out walking to see members, or driving in the car, I'll stick my audiobook on. That's my little escape, I suppose. It was a David Gemmell book, I believe. I've gone through most of his. I'm a massive fan of his. And Simon Scarrow, big fan of his as well.
What is your number one advice to anybody listening to help them potentially boost their direct booking?